Welcome to our ranch YouTube channel. I'm Sean.
I'm Tony. Today we are going to be building the island table. Counter height, everyone can sit, play games, eat together, but then when you're cooking in the kitchen, you can push all the stools under and use it as an island. And it's gonna have this beautiful granite countertop. And we found beautiful granite that we're gonna have installed 2 weeks from now, so it's time for Sean to build a table.
So there'll be no arguing. There will be no discussion. Tony is always right. We're gonna go her way.
Yes.
And then everything will be like unicorn.
Like smooth like butter.
Smooth like unicorn thoughts. Nice and colorful.
We don't have a good working station, so we were trying to figure out what to use as a surface to work on the project. So we decided to get the tractor out, use the forks, and we made a little makeshift table as a workstation.
It's much better.
How do they do?
I think they're good. This one's got a slight warp to it.
So we're gonna go 25.5 on the width. The 4x4s together are actually only 7 inches long. So that will leave us a 1/2 inch gap for the granite to be able to be installed without any issues. So these will be the side braces for the top and the bottom of the island. Oh look, here's our Uber Eats delivery. This table is not at an ergonomically correct position, but that's an easy fix. How about that?
Good job, man.
So much better. I hate sawdust, it grosses me out. It's a horrible texture. Anyone else have those same texture issues? How's it feel?
Feels good.
Feels good?
Yeah, we'll make this the top. The other one's to smooth it out more.
So you can see it still has a lot of flaws, but this is just going to be a rough farmhouse style table island, so it doesn't need to be perfect. So one of these legs is a little bit rougher, so we got the Behr handheld sander with 120 grit to help get a little bit more of that chunky stuff off. All right, so all 4 legs are now sanded and ready for stain, and we're gonna do the cross braces.
And we picked up this pocket hole jig from Harbor Freight. On this jig, you see there's 2 different holes. This one's for 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch thick material. And this one's for 1 1/4 to 1 1/2 inch thick material. Right now, we're using a 2x4, which is 1 1/2 inches. So we're gonna be using this back hole. If you'd like more information on the pocket hole jig, check out our video in the link in the description below. All right, since I want 3 holes in here so I can get a better hold on my wood, I've got to take one of these and I've got to adjust it and it's got a mark in the back. I'm going to line it up with the 0. That should put it right in the center there. Now I'm just lining up the edge of my 2x4 with the edge of the base on the pocket hole jig. And now I should be able to go through and put my center hole in each piece on each end.
Dun dun dun.
And there we go.
Nice.
Now I got to do that on each piece that we just did, and then we'll be ready for the next step.
So now we're going to run the sander over them just to smooth them out before we start assembling. Okay, now is both the scary and the fun part. So the first attachment going on to the legs.
So now I need to find the center of my 4x4 and the center of my 2x4 so that these are centered on the 4x4, and then I can secure this to the post.
Little dabble do ya. It ain't going nowhere.
Can I put one screw in up here?
Yep. Right where it's supposed to be, right?
Right there.
Yep.
It's a little twisted, but...
You mean this part needs to go in this way?
Yeah.
That's better, yeah?
Okay.
Doesn't need to go over a little bit more? Look at that! Oh yeah, baby.
One set of legs down, one more to go.
And that's so super fun!
Super fun.
Super fun! It should be 61 3/4. So we picked up some Behr premium stain. It is true black, and it has the polyurethane mixed with it. So this is what we're going to use to stain our island. Okay, we're bringing the first leg in. Look at that. Whoop, whoop. So since this is going to be big and bulky, we figured we would do the assembly inside. So now we're just figuring out how to do the, I don't know what you call them, skirt pieces? Support pieces, the side bars.
Side runner doohickeys at the
Side runner doohickeys. So we've already sanded and stained everything so that this part would go easy. So Sean is just putting the screws in where the pocket holes were made, and that way these will just assemble super fast and easy on top. And then we'll take our measurements to do this part in the middle that'll go across the bottom as well as the top, and then we will cut our plywood.
And we're also going to cut a corner piece support that'll go from here to here, like just on each corner, just for some extra support.
It'll do like that.
It'll do like that.
I am so excited. This has been my vision, and so I'm so happy that Sean finally conceded to let me have this in the house. I'm so excited.
She likes it when I lose.
I don't think you're losing. I think we're both winning. So we're gonna go in 3/4 of an inch. You're protecting your old man knees?
I am, they hurt.
So dry fit is perfect. So now we need to go sand it, pocket hole jig, and stain. We measured for the piece that will go across the bottom. So we're gonna cut that and then we'll dry fit it, put the pocket holes in, sand, stain. My table is sagging. We are getting our use out of that pocket jig today. Since granite's going on top and it's pretty heavy, and I'm sure at some point grandkids will be sitting on the counter, we're gonna add some extra supports in here too, just to make sure this sucker is stout. You scribbling? So Sean just measured out the top of the island. I'm painting. So that's just gonna create some nice extra support for those legs and for the top. So we painted the top of the plywood, and that will go on the underside of the island. All right, so the underside of the table is dry. We're gonna go put it in the house. All right, just putting on the plywood surface, and then the granite will go on top of that.
If you like this content, please smash that like button and subscribe. And as always, go have an adventure of your own. Thanks for watching.